This passage captures a deeply introspective and existential moment, blending abstract reflection with a raw critique of societal conditioning. The imagery of spinning in space symbolizes detachment, isolation, and the struggle for a deeper understanding of self beyond conventional frameworks. The central themes seem to revolve around 1. Detachment from comfort and assumptions. The narrator questions the notion of comfort as a false evolutionary anchor, leading to stagnation rather than growth. This critique of banal comfort parallels the idea that humanity has been lulled into a false sense of purpose, stifling true potential. 2. Alchemical symbolism and ego. The alchemical marriage metaphor evokes the union of opposites and the quest for transformation. However, the narrator suggests that society produces a flawed synthesis, one that results in a washed-out existence, symbolized by the diluted, lifeless colors of orange and yellow. The 3. Magnetic energy and identity. The narrator wrestles with their own transformation, questioning what they and humanity might become. The shift from me to magnetic energy suggests a redefinition of identity as something beyond the physical or egoic self, perhaps a transcendent force or principle. 4. Critique of religion and peasantry. The rejection of God as a mere notional inclination reflects a deep frustration with religious and societal constructs that bind the individual to mediocrity. The imagery of the peasant's life, grueling, repetitive, and devoid of higher thought, underscores the narrator's disdain for systemic oppression and spiritual stagnation. 5. Inner dialogue and fragmentation. The narrative oscillates between self-reproach and external projection, with the added layer of assumed confluence, representing a fragmented sense of self. This layered voice may symbolize the narrator's struggle to reconcile their flaws, limitations, and aspirations. Interpretive questions. Is the rejection of God a denial of divinity, or a rejection of humanity's flawed interpretation of it? What does the narrator see as the ultimate goal for humanity, if not God or comfort? How does the narrator's isolation, both physical and metaphysical, reflect their inner conflict and search for meaning? The passage's raw, visceral tone challenges the reader to confront their assumptions about purpose, identity, and societal constructs, leaving open-ended questions about humanity's potential and limitations. Here's a continuation. The narrative expands, lost in the resonance of space. I floated, not as a body, but as an abstraction, a thought, a question, an echo in an infinite vacuum. The colors surrounding me were faint and fleeting, no longer tethered to what the human mind could interpret as light. I wasn't spinning now, just suspended, caught in the resonance of a space that existed before the concept of time had formed. What was I but an unclaimed fragment of magnetic energy? I no longer possessed a name or a self. The dissolution of identity didn't bring pain. It brought clarity. Without memory or future, I was free to postulate what mattered most. Does the universe dream, or do we dream it? I thought, though there was no mouth to form the words, only a vibration that rippled outward and came back to me slightly altered. The alchemical symbols around me began to move. The abstract shapes, circles within triangles, intersecting lines, and glyphs I couldn't name, vibrated faintly in time with my thought. Were they responding, or was I creating them? Suddenly the symbols coalesced into what felt like a formula. Not numbers, but patterns, shifting and collapsing as if to say, you are not the question, you are the equation. Equation to what? I interjected. The vibration returned, this time louder, echoing through the layers of what I could only assume was me. The answer was not a word, but a realization. To balance. Visual expansion. The scene could now depict the lone figure dissolving into fragmented geometric shapes, becoming part of the cosmic formula, a merging of the self with the abstract universe. Swirling colors fade into grids, alchemical symbols and fractal patterns, suggesting the interconnectedness of thought and energy.